say which is more difficult between those two, perhaps.
I personally find Vengeance much harder than Beatos. First part of the tube is just flat out terrifying with all the giant rocks in it, and then the reactor core beam that if you hit it is certain death. And that just all slimes you at the very start of the tube where you spin out of control easily. Okay, both are ready. Not so good using Bullseye for Vengeance.
It would appear so.
I know the original world record holder of this, and Ruder Jansen, had a 326 with Ben. And I remember first beating that track back in the day, not with Ben, but Bullseye.
Sorry, Game Draco. Could you just repeat what you said there? I was just giving the countdown for this race.
Well, back in the day, before both Mike and I started, the world record holder was Ruder Jansen. He had a 326 with Ben, and I remember breaking his time first, not with Ben, but Bullseye.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. I mean, I think the funniest ones perhaps were like with the technical tracks where it's possible to save a lot of time, because we saw that with Grabvine Gateway. I know that we saw we managed to beat, I think, Wooter's times with bowls with no upgrades. So
yeah, there were. Yeah, I know Ace, a runner who has left the community, and I forgot who else. But yeah, they beat his But yeah, they beat his Grabvine Gateway time with no upgrade bowls. And also his NW Mountain Run time was a farce because he took the long route.
Yeah, I think it comes a lot down to the characteristics of the pod, really, with the upgrades. But let's see how they get on.
I was actually the one who suggested adding beating Ruder's time for the Grabvine Gateway weekly challenge you did.
Oh, was that was with Art Bumpy Roofs, I believe.
Yes, I suggested beat Wooter's time that he did with fully upgraded Bullseye as like a joke and a troll move. A few people did. Oh, that's a good hit. The reactor core beam.
Yeah, so the pods all have certain stats that don't change, and they also have stats that they can change. And it's those stats when you upgrade a pod, it's those that we're kind of referring to. So that those include the traction upgrade, the turning response upgrade, acceleration, top speed, brakes, cooling, and repair. And the cooling and top speed ones are particularly important.
They're tied to really how fast you can go, because cooling helps you boost longer by cooling down faster, while top speed determines your ultimate top speed.
Yeah, you can boost for more. You can spend more of the track with the boost on as opposed to off in cooling down. So it's going to increase your average speed. But some aspects like traction, you don't always want it to be the highest. It can actually be detrimental to turning and other factors. So it's a bit of a measured thing with certain upgrades.
Yeah. Got a 101 from Kingbeandip.
Yeah, good pace for a second lap. It's one of those tracks really where you sort of want like somewhere around about a 102 first and then 101 second and 1 minute third would be kind of sort of the ideal difference between the laps. It depends a little bit on the track. I know some tracks you actually want a faster first lap than you do second and third, so it just depends really. Yeah, I do feel that That's No Good maybe would have done better with Ben on this track.
Kingbeandip's looking for a really fast time now. And a 306.02 for Kingbeandip. And he almost lapped That's No Good.
Yeah, Bullseye particularly is he definitely has his strengths. There's some tracks where he's just very excellent to do, to use, but the sensitivity issues is definitely one thing. I mean, you only have to just barely kiss the wall or an object, and you can just blow up. So you have to be careful with him, definitely.
Yeah, he's really fragile, but repairs fast, and he sometimes can be too darty, particularly fully upgraded if you don't know how to use him.
Yeah, I really hope that we don't see anybody get stuck in one of those rocks, because that would really be bad.
That would be an automatic forfeit.
But yeah, on to our final track today with Spice Wine Run. And again, it's very much like Accolades Classic, really. It's a very long track, and pretty straightforward, really. Not too much to say about it, to be honest. It's pretty straightforward track. There is this this uphill section Kingbean's just gone through, which is considerable for managing where you want to use your boost and where you want to use it for cooling down. It's usually optimal to cool down on that section. The reason being because you're traveling quicker on that section, so
and then it's optimal. And then it's optimal to floor the boost right coming off of that speed spike from it.
Yeah, you definitely want to take advantage of that.
Fly Audible and travel the world.